I gave AI one job: to find me a print-on-demand niche that actually makes money. Not motivational quotes on mugs or not funny t-shirt design. I wanted a real, specific niche with actual sales behind it. Then I took what it gave me and ran it through real Etsy sales data to see if the AI was telling the truth or just confidently making things up, which, let's be honest, AI loves to do. By the end of this video, you're going to see the niche that the AI found and the actual revenue numbers behind all of it. And make sure you stick around to the end, because I'm going to be showing you the one step that separates people who find winning products and niches versus those that waste 3 weekends designing for a niche that nobody buys from. So now let's get into it. If you're new here, I'm Harry, and I run a real Philadelphia-based Etsy shop. And on this channel, I test print-on-demand strategies with actual sales and data, not just good vibes. Here's why this video actually matters. Niche research is where most sellers actually die. Either they pick a niche so broad that it has 10,000 competing listings, or it's so weird and so small that the 4 people that actually want to buy from it have already made their purchase. AI can help fix the first problem with speed, but it cannot fix the second half, which is proof. So today, we're going to do both. The process has 3 steps. Prompt the AI the right way, narrow the list, and then validate with real sales data. Let's see what happens next. The first mistake that almost everybody makes: they go to ChatGPT or Claude and they type in something generic like, "Give me print-on-demand niche ideas." The problem with that is you're going to get the same recycled list that everyone else is getting. Dog mom, plant lady, nurse life. Congratulations, you're now competing with everyone else that typed that same lazy prompt. Instead, the AI needs specific and actual constraints. So here's the prompt I used. And please feel free to pause the screen if you'd like to follow along. I told it, act as a print-on-demand market researcher. Give me 10 sub-niches where the audience has 3 things: a strong identity, disposable income, and a reason to buy gifts. Exclude anything saturated, and for each one, tell me who buys it and what occasion they buy it for. The last part is the secret. A niche isn't a topic. A niche is a person with a credit card and a reason. Dogs is a topic. Golden Retriever owners buying a Christmas gift for their dog-obsessed sister. Now that's a buyer. Look at what comes back. This is already 10 times more specific than the generic list. We've got breed-specific dog owner gifts, hobby niches, profession plus personality combos. Some of these are going to go to the garbage. And that's fine. We're about to find out which ones. Now, do not skip this. The AI gave us 10 ideas, but we're not going to design 10 different ideas. We're going to make the AI argue against itself. Here's the follow-up prompt. For each of these 10, rate the competition risk on Etsy specifically, and tell me which ones have buyers who purchase repeatedly or seasonally. Why repeat and seasonal buyers? Because one-time novelty purchases are like a treadmill. You want niches with built-in buying experiences. Holidays, graduations, retirements. Every occasion is a sales spike that you can plan for. The AI narrowed it down, and the one that jumped out to me was dog-specific or breed-specific dog owner products. Not dog lovers, that's a notion. We want a specific breed. Think about it. A dachshund dog owner doesn't want their little guy on a generic coffee mug. They want their ridiculous little hot dog, funny-looking dog on a specific mug. That's identity. That's giftability. More importantly, that's exactly the buyer that we asked for. But here's the thing. Right now, this is still just AI's opinion. AI will tell you a niche is great with the same level of confidence that it'll tell you a niche is terrible. So now it's up to us to check its homework. This is the step that separates real research from wishful thinking. We take the AI's pick and we run it through actual Etsy sales data. I'm using EverBee here, links in the description, but the principle works with any research tool. So let's watch what I'm looking for. There's basically 3 numbers. Number 1, monthly revenue on the top listings. I want to see multiple shops, not just one lucky outlier pulling in consistent sales in this niche. If only 1 listing is selling, that's a product. But if 20 listings are selling, that's a market. Number 2, Listing age versus sales. A listing that's maybe 2 months old with hundreds of sales, that tells me new sellers can break in. But if every winner is, let's say, 5 years old with thousands of reviews, the door is closed. We're looking for fresh listings that are winners. Number 3 is price point. If everything in the niche, let's say, has a $7 markup or margin, then you're dead on arrival. Personally, I want to see buyers paying $20, $25, even $30, because that means this gift is actual money and not just impulse change. And look at this. The data backs it up. Multiple shops, healthy revenue, newer listings breaking through, and gift level price points. The AI's picks survive contact with reality. That does not always happen, and when it doesn't, you go back to your list and test the next one. The whole loop takes maybe 15 minutes per niche, but that used to take me a full weekend. Now let me be honest with you, because every other video in this space skips this topic. The AI was not perfect. A couple of the listings on the original list looked amazing on the ChatGPT dashboard, but then completely fell apart when it came to sales data. Low revenue, dead listings, or just one shop owning the entire space and the entire niche. If I had trusted the AI blindly, I would have spent weeks designing products for ghosts. So the rule is simple. AI for speed, but data for the actual truth. The AI compresses an entire weekend of brainstorming into just 5 minutes. But the validation step makes sure that those 5 minutes were worth it and not just fiction. And remember, you need both. Anyone telling you that AI alone will find a winning niche is probably just selling you a course. So here's your move in just 3 steps. 1, open your AI and use a specific prompt. Person, income, and occasion, and make sure it gives you 10 suggestions. 2, you want to make sure you narrow it down to 3 based on competition and repeat buyer potential. And number 3, make sure you validate with real sales data before you even design a single thing. Revenue, listing age, and price point. And if a niche fails any one of those 3, just move on to the next one. Don't get married to any specific niche. I'd say about 15 minutes per niche, and that's the whole system. Thanks for watching. And if you want the exact prompts that we've used in this video, they're below in the description, just copy and paste. And if you want to see what I do after finding the winning niche, like actually building the products and listing them and all the SEO that goes along with it, watch this next video, because that's where the money part happens. And remember, if you like this video at all and you stuck around to the end, please like and subscribe. I post weekly videos on similar topics, and I hope you don't miss the next one. I'm Harry, the Print Shop Pro, and I hope to see you in the next one.